Guys, look behind me. The time has finally come. I found the very first fall leaf. We are about to be released from this hot prison. Okay, I know that might sound a little bit overdramatic, but hear me out, people. Summer here is genuinely a very inhospitable time. So it's between one of two different types of weather.
Either it's so hot you can't go outside, or it's raining so hard you can't go outside.
So this place is very misty, very rainy in between the raging heat. And I really want to answer a question today that I've been getting from the day I moved in here, which is, what were you thinking putting rugs in a house in rural China in the south? This is not the right climate for rugs. They're gonna get covered in mold. And at the time I was like, what do you mean get covered in mold? Why would things in my house get spontaneously moldy? It's not like I'm out in the forest making a little hut out of bamboo. Like, how is stuff just gonna get moldy? But I really did witness it with my very own eyes. The mist rolling down the mountain, and one day everything in your house is just fine, and the next day you come into your living room and you see everything is covered in mold. And all the things that I wasn't expecting to mold got moldy. Anything made out of wood, anything made out of bamboo, anything made out of any sort of grass, reed, plant product, all of it got moldy. And I had to spend 2 days scrubbing the mold off of everything. Thankfully, because it was spontaneous mold, it was also very easy to remove as long as you get it quickly and you don't let it get its little roots sunk into your furniture or whatever else. But it was very disconcerting. It was like, wow, I realize now how easy it is for things to get moldy here. And now you're probably wondering about my rugs. Did my rugs survive the mold plague of 2024? The answer is coming right now. All right, everyone, time for the moment of truth. So I've had these beautiful rugs for a whole year. It is time for the mold inspection. Please have a gander. My beautiful rugs are just as lovely as they were the day I brought them in here. And for those of you who are gonna be like, oh my God, you can't lay on the rug, it's dirty. My rug is not dirty because this is a shoe-free house, and also there's this amazing invention called a vacuum cleaner. You've gotta look into it, it'll change your life. So my rugs are quite nice. And look at this, it didn't mold even a little bit. But y'all are right about some types of floor coverings, like the little mats in my kitchen. Unfortunately, they were casualties of the rainy season. I also had to say goodbye to one of my little bedroom floor rugs. So let's have a moment of silence for my beloved rugs that were lost to the rainy season. Here's my office rug. She's just as beautiful as she ever was. I'm very happy with my interior design decision. I just feel like a house is not a home without a rug. You gotta have a rug. So yes, here's the answer to everybody's question. My rugs are just fine. If you're looking for a rug for your house, get yourself a Kashgar rug because they can survive anything. No, this is not sponsored. I wish it was, but it is not. While I have not yet managed to finesse an advertisement from the Kashgar carpet industry, this video does actually have a sponsor. My favorite bike brand, Dahan. You guys have probably seen me riding all around China on my beloved Dahan P8 folding bike, and today I'm gonna show you guys P8's electric cousin, K1. So this hill I'm about to go up right now is one that I would normally never try and bike on with any brand of bike. It's just too steep, but let's see if K1 can handle it. This bike has a 250 watt high-speed motor and a revolutionary torque sensing pedal assist system. Riding K1 uphill feels almost like you're riding on flat ground. It's crazy. Having a bike like this unlocks a whole bunch of mountain routes that I otherwise just never would have tried. A lot of electric bikes have their settings based on terrain, which means that if you're biking in a complex environment like I'm in right now, you need to be switching settings back and forth all the time. Dahan K1 settings are based on an exponential boost ratio, and any setting can be used comfortably on any terrain since the bike dynamically adjusts its power output based on the level of exertion. K1 also has 7 different speeds, so it's a great ride with or without the pedal assist system turned on. This right here is called the Deltec cable, and it gives this bike a more stable and rigid triangular design while also allowing it to still be a folding bike. And if you're wondering where the battery is, it's actually right here in the seat. It's super convenient and easy to charge. Here's the cable right here in this little bag. You can just bring it right in your home and charge it directly instead of having to charge the whole bike. One full charge is enough to travel up to 100 kilometers on pedal assist. All in all, this is a great bike for traveling and exploring without stressing about tough terrain. Check it out at your nearest Dahan store if you're interested. And now, back to the vlog. So to sum it up about the mold situation, everything I expected to get moldy didn't really get moldy, and everything I was not expecting to get moldy did get moldy, and I guess that's just how life is, right? Life is full of surprises. But for the second part of this video, I'm gonna stop complaining about stuff because I do still really love living here. It just definitely threw me for a loop. The whole mold situation, that was wild. In between the rain and the heat and just generally being quite busy at work, I still did a lot of fun things this summer. I went swimming a lot. I went hiking, even though the hot mist made it feel like a sauna. I participated in the village nightlife. I made some new friends.
我的老婆们都在哪里？
I even visited a super cute inn in the neighboring town that is run by a Nepali Chinese couple. So we're at this little inn thing in a bamboo forest in China that's run by a Nepali guy, and we're listening to like American country music. Love it. It's the sound of my childhood. I also swam across the Tantong River and went rafting. It's been a great summer, but I'm really looking forward to being able to film outside without suffering. I'm tired of suffering in the heat. So I've got some great plans coming up for the upcoming months, if only the weather would just be normal, which I think it will be very soon. I saw a fall leaf. I feel hope is in the air. And in 2 weeks, I'm actually going back to the US for a little while. So I'll be making some vlogs there as well. Also, if you guys are curious about any aspects of life in the US, drop your questions in the comment section, because this time when I go back, I'm planning on doing a Q&A video where I ask your questions to my friends and relatives living in the US. Because even though, yes, I am from there, I've been living abroad for 6 years, so my perspective is definitely not the most up-to-date, fresh, authentic, whatever. So ask away, and I will deliver your questions on a silver platter to my friends and relatives in the US when I go back next month. That's all for today, everyone. See you guys next time.